Hi, I'm Katie Ziskind. I own Wisdom Within Counseling in Niantic, Connecticut. We also help families and couples in Florida and Massachusetts on video. You can read more about us and book your free phone consult at wisdomwithinct.com. This video will give you some support if you are in a relationship where things are just not going so well, but you want them to become better. So if you have a high level of commitment, you're like, hey, I want to stay together, we have hope for the future, but fights are super intense. There's yelling, there's challenging name calling, there might be some really negative communication occurring. And so what we do in couples therapy is give you a toolbox to build better communication and overall more emotional connection. So this video is going to have some tips that you can use today. The first tip is to notice the fight cycle. Every couple has a pattern of arguments. So maybe it's a certain time of day, maybe you're coming home from work and you've just been really distant. You haven't had a lot of high quality time with your partner. There might be a fight that breaks out because you're kind of rejoining together. There may also be a fight pattern or argument cycle related to like a time of day, like if you are very exhausted, maybe you've worked a 12-hour shift, or you've just not had a lot of food during the day, or you've skipped lunch or breakfast and you're just like exhausted on a personal level. There's often more of a risk of a high conflict fight breaking out at that time. There's more distance due to the lack of self-care, because in order to build the best romantic, intimate relationship, we have to have really strong self-care tools. So if there has been a lack of sleep, maybe there's been something really awesome like having a new baby, but there's lack of sleep, you're exhausted, those things can really contribute to your fight pattern or your fight cycle. Tip number 3 is to really understand the emotions at hand. A lot of times couples get stuck explaining their point of view, which has the best intentions, but when we explain, sometimes fights get escalated. It goes quickly from like tense tone of voice to like extreme yelling or door slamming, or even like, you might kick someone out. Like there's like a lot of tension that quickly builds when we're not sharing an emotion. So in couples therapy, we focus on the emotional intimacy, the emotional exchange, and building emotional closeness. A lot of couples get stuck in like explaining like what they think they did right, how their partner did something wrong, and that is just like not as effective as emotional identification in your couples therapy session. And we keep it really playful here at Wisdom Within Counseling, so we can help you understand like why you might be feeling protective, why you might be on edge around your partner, and also like help to heal from the past. A lot of couples have what we call unresolved trauma. So there might have been a fight 5-10 years ago that just like is unresolved and lingering. And every time you get into another fight, that old fight comes back up, and all those unresolved emotions kind of come back to the surface. And so there can be flooding where your heart rate increases, you just immediately feel angry, and a lot of times for couples, anger is the easiest emotion to show. So in couples therapy, myself or one of our team members here at Wisdom Within Counseling can help you decode anger. Like what's under anger, what's the purpose of anger, why is there anger, and like help figure out there's often sorrow, grief, loss, betrayal, emotional neglect, a lot of these huge, deep, painful emotions underneath anger. And so we can help you communicate those in a calm and effective way, and also slow down, because a big part is understanding when there are two people in a relationship, one person might be sharing what they're going through and the other person may be flooded and they need like help slowing down, sharing that they need the conversation to go slower, and we can help kind of match you both up and get you both on the same page again, emotionally, physically, and of course to build that sexual intimacy in your sex life back. Because a lot of times sex is the first thing to go when couples are fighting. There's a sense of protection, we don't feel safe, trust has been broken, and we can help you rebuild trust and build long-lasting love, meaningful connection, and overall a sense of playfulness calmness instead of the tension and the fighting. So if you're looking to get started in relationship counseling or couples therapy, we would love to help you build an awesome, healthy, loving relationship at Wisdom Within Counseling. You can book your free phone consult online at wisdomwithinct.com. That's wisdomwithinct.com. And I would love to help you, or one of our therapists here would love to help you build a calm communication style, a toolbox of emotional skills, and the marriage that you've always been looking for, maybe that you haven't even seen in childhood, and really have that safety and security with your romantic partner. So we look forward to connecting with you online at wisdomwithinct.com. I'm Katie Ziskind, the owner of Wisdom Within Counseling.